Our top story tonight, all new. A San Antonio mother is blaming school staff for a severe injury to her 8-year-old daughter's private area.
I shouldn't have to send my daughter to school hoping, at the end of the day that she's alive.
Eyewitness News reporter Sharon Coe explains how the young girl got hurt at the Northside ISD school.
And why the mom is accusing school staffers of negligence.
Ashley says her daughter is traumatized.
Definitely.
This after getting injured at Ed Cody Elementary School.
Is it going to affect her ability to have children?
September 21st, Ashley received a call from school staff. There was an accident and her daughter's private area was bleeding. Her daughter was rushed to a hospital for surgery.
She had a laceration in her private area and I was told it was a tetherball pole.
But her daughter says she got hurt on this stand. A school district spokesman says staff was not intentionally trying to deceive the mother. It was a misunderstanding. He says the stand has been removed and staff will make sure this does not happen again.
It should have never happened. Accidents are like falling off the swings or, the monkey bars because they're playing on something that's meant to play on.
Ashley believes the school did not take the situation seriously. She went to the school the following week to get an incident report. The nurse did not have it.
After they already knew my daughter was in the hospital, it had been several days, the weekend had passed, and just kind of the way she went about it, kind of just nonchalantly, I can draw one up.
The spokesman says the nurse's priority is to first deal with the injury and write a report later. As for Ashley, she's now considering legal action. She says the school did not do enough to keep her daughter safe.
Medically, she had 2 surgeries. She did have complications with her first surgery. She was not able to urinate. Your kids are supposed to be safe at school.
Sharon Coe, KENS 5, Eyewitness News.